Hello. Today we are painting two items. This first one is a money jar. It says Summer Fun Money. So I'm painting like a sun on it. So I'm going to do a sun and sky, and you'll see how I do a couple different techniques on this one. Just something a little different and fun. So first I'm going through with like a light yellow, and this is a light orange, and then I'm going to go with yellow in between the orange so it kind of looks like sun rays, and I'm creating like a whole background here first. So first the yellow, orange, I've got blue on the inside. I went with a dark purple for the lettering, and I make those letters with a stamp. So they're like indented in there. So what I have to do is put the glaze in there and then kind of wipe off the surrounding edge so that it comes out nice and clean and you can see the actual letter. It's not just like a blob of paint. And then I'm going to go through all around the sun, and I'm just trying to layer all those colors and blend them in. Glaze doesn't actually work like paint does. It's kind of like the darker color will win. So sometimes these techniques don't always work out how you imagine them to. This one did end up coming out okay. I'll add a picture of it at the end, but sometimes you blend all the colors, how you want them. And then when you get it out of the kiln, they're just, it comes out like lines of the darker color or whatever, like they don't actually blend. That's just because this is a different material than paint. Glaze is basically crushed up glass. So when it heats up, it does different things. And I do a low fire. So this line of glaze that I use, which is the Mayco Stroke and Coat, it comes out more true to color. If you're doing high fire, that's when you get to see all of those, like, it's a different chemical. So the colors come out, they change a lot more in the heat. And you can get those dripping effects and things like that. With low fire, you're not getting that much change. It's not very drastic, but usually the darker color does win over the lighter colors. So depending on what effect you're trying to get, you kind of have to mess around with it. So here I just went through and I made a sun and kind of like I added some pinks and purples and blues so it kind of looks like a sunset. And then trying to kind of blend it as much as possible so I can make sure I get the coloring that I want. So now that I have all my base coloring in, I'm going to try this polka dot pattern everywhere. I've seen these like dot art, and I think it looks really neat. So I wanted to try and make the whole design with dots. But I did want to have that base color because this clay, when it fires, it turns kind of like an off-white. So if I didn't have anything in the background, then I don't think the whole picture would come across as I wanted it to. So here I'm just adding my colors, and then I'm going to go through and I'm going to polka dot the whole design that I already made just over the top. now that you see the dots filling in, you can see the design kind of filling out. Now I'm adding a dark purple to kind of highlight where the end of the sun rays are and fade into the blue in the back. Now this one's completely covered except for that front tag. So what I'm going to do there is I'm going to paint it in a light yellow all around, and then I'm going to clear glaze over the top of it. That way I know all the surface is covered. This one doesn't need to be waterproof, but I kind of just like every part of it to be sealed. So I do that before I put it in the kiln. Next project is this mug. It's going to be this bright yellow. It actually comes out brighter than that. It's called Sun Kissed. And so I've got to coat the entire surface. This is like a little bit of a grainier clay, so I do a double coat on the inside and around the edge so that everywhere you touch is going to be nice and smooth. The handle and the rim of the cup. And now I'm going to paint these little wildflowers on it. So here I chose a dark purple and a dark blue. And I'm just making the petals, and then I'm going to go through it. After all the petals are done, I'm going to go outline black. Now this is just a black glaze I put in this squeeze bottle so that I can have like a drawing fine tip, but it will come out smooth just like the rest of the glaze on the outside. So then I go through each flower and just outline each one. I'm gonna do my next video on loading a glaze fire, so you'll be able to see at the end of that one how these ones came out. Thanks for watching.